So I always had this perception, I guess, that when I'd grow up and I'd be older and I'd be in my early 20s, that as an adult, I feel like I would learn to accept myself more and that I would love myself more. And that I guess the difficult years that I had when I was a teenager, that would all kind of magically disappear and I'd wake up one morning and I'd learn to love myself. And I don't think that I hate myself as much as I did when I was a teenager. I feel like that was definitely one of my darkest moments, and I definitely don't hate myself as much now as I did then. But I still hate myself, and I still feel like I can't accept myself, and I think that at 21 I should be able to do that. But yeah, I think that part of the reason that I have such low self-esteem, I feel like I have lower self-esteem than the average person, but I think that growing up, the way that my childhood was, the way that my parents are, they were constantly bullying me and putting me down and belittling my accomplishments. So I feel like it's pretty natural for me to have very low self-esteem, given, the way that my parents used to speak to me and still do speak to me today. And I think that continuing to live with my dad, who kind of continues to say things like, you're going to be unemployed when you graduate, you need to stop being who you are. Um, you're kind of just an average student. You can get A's occasionally, but that's not the norm, because if it is, you'd be going to Stanford. Um, you know, Kind of just like silent messaging about how disappointing of a daughter I am because I can't be a top performer in every aspect of literally everything. So I think that that's, one thing. I think that growing up as a girl also, it's very difficult because you hear all this kind of subliminal messaging that if you're just hot enough, then your life will be somehow easier, like just wave a magic wand. And I feel like, well, because my life isn't easy, maybe I'm just not hot enough. And if I was hotter, then, my life would be easier. Um, I think I watched this video where it said something like there's different levels of pretty privilege. There's levels of pretty privilege where people acknowledge that you're pretty, but you don't actually get a lot of benefits from it. Then there's like mid-tier to the point where you can get like free drinks, and then there's the highest tier to the point where you can make that your career and you can make money off of that. So maybe I just feel like in today's age, because of social media and everything, that, because I'm not getting all of my stuff paid for by, I don't know, having millions of followers on Instagram or wealthy, rich, older men offering to take me out on their yacht, that, maybe I haven't gotten anywhere in life, and that if I was prettier, then I would. So, I guess that's another thing. But I would be lying if I said that my dating experiences kind of improved my self-esteem, because I don't think that they really did. Um, People tell me all the time that, oh, Julia, you're so beautiful, you have such a nice body, blah, 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 blah. But I can't help but think that what they see is very different than what I see, because honestly, when I look in the mirror, I don't feel that way. There's occasional times that maybe I'll straighten my hair and I'll feel pretty for like 5 seconds. But, all of a sudden I walk out into public and that's not the case. So I think that, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just missing something, but I wake up every day and I'm just like looking in the mirror and I'm really unhappy. I don't know what it is in general, maybe it's like just the way that my body looks. I wish that I was thinner, wish that I was taller, I wish that I was prettier. I feel like if I were 5'7" and if I were like a size 0 or something, that I wouldn't have this self-loathing and that my existence would somehow be easier, because there was a time, when I was skinnier, and I feel like maybe I was happier that way. And I don't think that people telling me to like accept the way that I am is really helping me, because if I myself can't accept who I am, then maybe I shouldn't, and I don't have to, and I should try and change things about myself. But it's just like, I don't know what more I can do. Like, I've already tanned my skin, I've already whitened my teeth, I dye my eyebrows, I tint my lashes, I lift my lashes, I wear makeup, I straighten my hair or I leave it curly. I've dyed it 1,000 different colors. I have 2 gym memberships, not just the one that I get from my school, but also I bought a separate one so that the days that I'm not in school, I can go there. I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for like a couple of years. And yeah, I don't know. I've deleted Instagram, I've deleted TikTok. I don't scroll and look at insanely pretty and insanely thin girls and wish that I could be like them. Yeah, and I mean, dating people, like the first romantic interaction that I had with someone who I got my heart broken by, he said something along the lines of, "Oh, you're not Livy Dunn." And then a year later, I went on to date someone else who told me, they're like, "Yeah, you don't have the body of a girl that is in this sorority at our school. And you'd look a lot better if you lost weight. Like, if you just lost, like, I don't know, like 15, 20 pounds, you could be like a supermodel." And then, continuously hounded me about the fact that I should lose weight, until I eventually broke up with him because I couldn't take it anymore. And I think that that was really damaging. So much so that I still stalk, those social media accounts of those people to this day, long after I've forgotten about those guys. And I think that once you already have a low self-esteem to start with, and people come along and they reinforce the thoughts of not feeling good enough that are already existing in your head, it can just make you feel completely worthless. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the point of making this video was. I think that I feel like it just helps me to kind of verbalize the situation that I'm in. I'm not looking for pity or anything like that. This is not kind of an, "Oh, I'm just looking for attention, fishing for compliments" kind of thing. I just feel like maybe if someone else sees this and can relate and I can help that one person, I definitely feel like, I'm not alone. I don't feel like these thoughts and feelings are unique to me, but sometimes it definitely does feel that way. I feel like it's a very isolating experience when you are constantly being told how attractive you are, but you yourself don't feel attractive in the slightest. So, that's all I have to say.